We've had some pleasant weather over the last few days, but it's been a different story in the central part of the U.S.
Severe storms there have killed at least 17 people, from tornadoes to flash floods. Fox's Madison Scarpino gives us a look at the devastation to the south.
Folks in parts of the South and Midwest woke up to major flooding and devastation this weekend after deadly thunderstorms and tornadoes hit several areas.
We got creeks and everything that goes through here. I've never seen flooding like this before, to where this many roads are closed.
The tragic situation made even worse after authorities confirm a 9-year-old boy was killed in the floodwaters. He was on his way to catch his bus for school in Kentucky. Over a dozen people have been killed across several states as a result of the storms. Mudslides and floods forced hundreds of roads to close. In Indiana, authorities rescued more than a dozen people and pets who were stranded at a nearby campground. Fire officials there telling drivers to stay off the road during torrential downpours.
It just takes a relatively small amount of fast-moving water, can actually move your vehicle off the roadway.
The National Weather Service has issued hundreds of tornado warnings for Alabama and Mississippi since the first waves of storms began early Wednesday. This resident, whose house was hit by a tornado, says she's lucky to have made it out.
I was at death's door, so you try and reconcile being thankful.
Forecasters say warmer temperatures, an unstable atmosphere, and excess moisture coming from the Gulf are triggering the recent storms.
There's just been so many tornadoes lately. It's just scary.
Forecasters predict parts of Arkansas, Missouri, and right here in Tennessee could face a catastrophic risk from flash flooding through early Monday. In Nashville, Tennessee, Madison Scarpino, Fox 9.
On Monday, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will meet with President Trump at the White House. The leaders are expected to focus on the latest Israeli bombardment of Gaza and new U.S. tariffs announced by the president against Israel and other countries. This will be their second White House meeting since the president's return to office. In the meantime, Israel has pledged to escalate the war with Hamas until the terror group returns hostages, disarms, and leaves Gaza.
The U.S. Supreme Court is backing the FDA on a ruling over selling fruit-flavored vape products. The FDA initially denied Triton distribution to selling the e-juices heated by e-cigarettes for vaping. This past week, the highest court unanimously ruling that it did not violate federal law. The agency has turned away millions of applications for flavored nicotine products, citing that there is a lack of demonstrated net public benefit. New York State's Department of Education has rejected President Trump's order to remove DEI programs in public schools. The state's education department argues there are no federal or state laws prohibiting the principles of DEI. All states were given 10 days to sign a letter agreeing with the decision, and President Trump said if states refused, they might not receive federal funding. Schools in New York receive more than $2 billion every year in federal funding.